Chelsea, Man United, Wolves, Sheffield United, Spurs and Arsenal find themselves in a six-way fight to get into that fourth Champions League spot. Let's predict the outcome of the race for the top four. Hi and welcome to Stay Gooned. I hope you're all doing well and keeping safe. This is the Arse'N'All Premier League show and today we're going to be predicting the outcome of the top four race. Before we do so, thanks to everyone that has subscribed so far. If you haven't yet done so, please do hit that subscribe button now. So, the top four race. Here's how the table looks at the moment from 4th to 9th. I've excluded Burnley and Palace from the race. They are just a point behind Arsenal, so apologies to them both. Chelsea sit in pole position currently, 3 points clear, and it is going to be hard to topple them. Arsenal and Sheffield United both have 10 games remaining, and the rest of the teams have 9 games remaining. That's about a quarter of the season left, so plenty can still happen from now to the end of the season. So without further ado, let's predict the results. Starting off with Chelsea, they do have quite a difficult run-in with 5 away games. I've got them down to beat Villa 2-0 in the first game, then lose at home to City by 3-1. They'll then go on to beat West Ham 2-1 and then thump Watford by 5-1. They'll probably be still sitting quite pretty at this stage, but I think then they'll suffer a bit of a blip, losing away at Palace 1-0, and then Sheffield United will beat them 2-1. They'll go on to beat Norwich 3-1 at home, then lose 4-2 against Liverpool, and I got them down as drawing their final game of the season against Wolves 1-1. Man United have an easier run in, but I think they'll draw their opening 2 games, 1-1 at Spurs and then goalless draw at home to Sheffield United. After that I see them going on a 4-match winning streak, beating Brighton, Bournemouth, Villa and Southampton, making them strong contenders for that top 4. Their final 3 games I see Ole's will wobbling though, losing 2-1 at Palace, drawing at home to West Ham by 2-2 and then losing their final game 2-0 at Leicester. Moving on to Wolves now, who currently sit 5 points off 4th place. Can they put together a run to make it? Their first game is at West Ham and I see this as ending in a 1-1 draw. They'll go on to beat Bournemouth 2-1 at home and then follow that up with a defeat at struggling Villa. They will then bounce back and beat us at home 2-1 and then draw 2-2 at Sheffield United. They'll go on to beat Everton 2-0, lose at Burnley 3-2 and win their penultimate game 3-1 against Palace, finishing their season with that 1-1 draw against Chelsea. Sheffield United are involved in the first game of the restart away at Villa and I see this ending in a 1-1 draw. They'll win their next 2 out of the next 3 games, 1-0 at Newcastle and 2-1 at home to Spurs, sandwiching that goalless draw at Man United. Burnley will beat them 1-0 next, followed by a 2-2 draw and a 2-1 win against Wolves and Chelsea respectively. They'll then lose 2-0 at Leicester, win 1-0 against Everton and finish off with a 1-1 draw at Southampton. Jose Mourinho was brought in to secure Tottenham Champions League football for next season, so let's take a look at how they will fare. No wins in the first 3 for them I'm afraid, drawing at home to both Man United and West Ham 1-1, and then they will lose at Sheffield United by 2-1. The next 2 games will be wins for them though, 2-1 against Everton and then 3-1 at Bournemouth. After that of course is the North London derby. It will be our first trip to the toilet, that is if the game is held there of course, and we will come away with a 2-0 comfortable victory and put Mourinho's job on the line. They'll then beat Newcastle 2-1, lose at home again to Leicester by 3-2, and they'll finish off their season with a 2-1 win against Palace. Now, on to the main event, Arsenal's remaining fixtures. I think we have by far the toughest run-in, having to play all of the top 3, 2 of our top 4 rivals, and our opening 3 games will all be away from home. Can Mikel Arteta do it? Let's take a look. Our first game is away at champions Manchester City, and I'm afraid it will be unhappy returns for Mikel Arteta and we'll lose that one 3-1. But then I do see us winning the next 3 games, 2-0 at Brighton, 1-0 at Southampton, and then a 3-1 win at home to Norwich. We'll then suffer a defeat at Wolves by 2-1, but we will bounce back and beat Leicester 2-1 at home, win at the toilet by 2-0, and then draw 2-2 at home to Liverpool, who by now are probably champions. Our final 2 games will also be victories, 2-0 at Villa, and then on the final day of the season we'll secure a 4-1 win at home to Watford. Have we done enough? Let's take a look and reveal the final table. Coming in at 9th place is Tottenham on 55 points. They should have kept Poch. In 8th place is Wolves with 58 points. Sheffield United in 7th, an incredible season for them with 59 points. Securing Europa League for next season in 6th place is Manchester United with 60 points. If Manchester City's ban gets upheld, then 5th place Chelsea have bagged themselves Champions League football, finishing on 61 points. And in 4th place is Arsenal, 62 points. We've done it. Arteta has pulled it out of the bag. We're back in that Champions League. Hopefully in 10 weeks time, this really is the outcome. Let me know in the comments what you made of my predictions and give me your own. It does seem quite far-fetched, I know that, but if anything, it highlights the mammoth job we have to do to get into that top 4 or even the top 5. It all starts of course on Wednesday with our trip to City. The wait is almost over. We'll be back with the preview before that. Thanks to everyone for watching the show. Make sure to hit that subscribe button, hit the thumbs up too. Wherever you are in the world, stay safe and stay gooned.